I'm Wade Markle with the American Heart Association. I am the Senior Division Director for York County.
Can you go to the mic, please?
And I'm here on behalf of Alex Kuhn, who was unable to be here. We are here to present a Mission Lifeline Silver Award to White Rose Ambulance, as well as to the York City Department of Fire and Rescue for their great work here in York County. The American Heart Association recognizes the critical life-saving role EMS provides to overall success of STEMI systems of care. The correct tools and training allow EMS providers to rapidly identify the STEMI, promptly notifying the destination center, and activate an early response by hospital personnel. And as all of you know, that early detection and making sure that that they're ready for when the patient gets there is so critical. As an EMS agency that delivers education in STEMI identification, provides access to 12 lead ECG machines and develops protocols derived from ACC and the American Heart Association STEMI guidelines. Recommendations. Your pre-hospital professionals are driving improvements in the care of STEMI patients. Beyond these basic components are a high-functioning STEMI system of care. White Rose Ambulance and your partner agency, the York City Department of Fire and Rescue, are part of an elite group of pre-hospital agencies in the U.S. focused on not just high-functioning, but also high-quality STEMI systems of care. White Rose Ambulance joins just 565 other EMS agencies in the United States and one of 69 EMS agencies in Pennsylvania, receiving the 2016 American Heart Association Mission Lifeline EMS Performance Achievement Award. To achieve the Silver Achievement Award, White Rose Ambulance achieved 75% or higher compliance score for each specific EMS quality measure for 12 months. That's pretty hard to do, and I'm sure Ted will speak a little bit later how important and how challenging that can be to maintain that level. These measures include percentage of patients with non-traumatic chest pain under or over 35 years of age treated and transported by EMS who receive a pre-hospital 12-lead ECG, and percentage of STEMI patients transported to a STEMI receiving center with pre-hospital first medical contact to device less than 90 minutes. 90 minutes is not a long time when you think about just transportation and getting there. Today we celebrate lives saved because of the hard work and dedication of White Rose Ambulance and York City Department of Fire and Rescue. The communities served by White Rose Ambulance and the York City Department of Fire and Rescue should be very proud of their pre-hospital care professionals. For their accomplishment, the American Heart Association will recognize White Rose Ambulance and the York City Department of Fire and Rescue throughout the year at professional meetings and professional journals, including GEMS and on the American Heart Association website. So on behalf of all the staff and volunteers of the American Heart Association, I would like to present White Rose Ambulance and York City Department of Fire and Rescue with the American Heart Association's Mission Lifeline 2016 EMS Silver Performance Achievement Award. Congratulations on your accomplishments. And last year was your first year for it, right? For the award, and they were the first. White Rose Ambulance was the first in York County and pretty much in South Central Pennsylvania to receive that award. Oops, sorry. Sorry. So as I was saying, White Rose Ambulance last year was their first year to receive it. They were the first EMS to receive it in York County and in South Central Pennsylvania. So leading the way. Mayor, do you want to come up as well? Sure. There you go. Now you can step in here. Okay. The technology, don't know if it's You bet, thank you. Just in case, you know. And also, You bet, thank you. Ted, you want to say a few words?
I do. Just a few brief remarks.
May I jump in before you said? No, in fact, I would just like to thank and congratulate our, excuse me, our emergency responders and White Rose Ambulance. You guys are, I've witnessed firsthand the work that you do, and I appreciate it. On behalf of my family and my father, you recently transported to the hospital, and I was really impressed by the professionalism as well as the care and how quickly things were able to be resolved. So thank you to the American Heart Association for recognizing these entities for the work that they do for our community. It means a lot, and folks don't take enough time to say thank you. So we do appreciate it. Congratulations. I know I have the best fire department in York County throughout the state. And I know now we have the best White Rose Ambulance Company as well, too. So thank you all very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon. I just wanted to take a few minutes to explain this award, the process, and how our partner agency with the City of York ties into it. So a STEMI is an ST elevation MI. It's a heart attack. It's not a cardiac arrest, but it can lead to cardiac arrest. So you have many vessels that feed blood to your heart. When one gets blocked, you are having a heart attack and your heart muscle is dying. So 30 years ago, we get rid of the pain, take you to the hospital, they park you up in an ICU, they get rid of the pain, you stay there for a week, your heart muscle dies, hopefully you don't die, and they send you home a cardiac cripple, you can't walk up the stairs. Eventually you get congestive heart failure and you die of that. So that was just 30 years ago, and 30 years ago was not that long ago. That's 1986. So now it is a lot different. When someone experiences chest pain or cardiac arrest, it is oftentimes a STEMI. And first and foremost, in the cardiac arrest scenario, the York City Fire Department responds on all cardiac arrests. We're located on the east end of the city. However, they have 3 locations throughout the city. If someone has a STEMI and they can't be resuscitated from the cardiac arrest, then there is no clearing of the vessels and obviously no walking out of the hospital. So it's critical that they play their role so that we can play our role, so the hospital can get in there, clear the vessel out, restore blood flow to the heart, and the patient can make hopefully a full recovery. The other situation is unconscious people. The City of York Fire Department responds along with us on all unconscious persons. And while not always, but certainly on a fairly frequent basis, the reason they are unconscious is because of a heart-related emergency. So their response, again, it's time sensitive, it's critical. While this city is not huge, traffic congestion can play a major role. And I will tell you, they can certainly get to a patient faster from the Roosevelt Avenue station that's out on the other side of Route 30, say at Gymnastics of York, than we can get there from Harrison Street. So that is critical. When we arrive, and the key here is every chain in this, every link in this chain of survival has to work. If it gets screwed up somewhere, it gets screwed up. It's not like a few of the links can be rusty or slightly broken and things will still work. They don't work when all the links aren't connected. So we get there, someone's having chest pain, they've stabilized them to the best of their ability. We need to obtain a 12-lead EKG. We need to do it quickly. Our staff need to recognize that they need to do it, and any adult with chest pain that's 35 and older gets one. And then after our staff get it, they need to look at it and say, oh my God, it's a STEMI. Then after they make that recognition, they need to make the decision to transmit it to either York or Memorial Hospital to be read by a physician, and then if they agree, that physician needs to activate the cardiac cath lab and the cardiology team immediately. That way when we get there, and both hospitals are moving close to this, that we will go directly to the cath lab. Skip the emergency department, no point. Go to the cath lab, get the cardiologist in there, and obviously they have to be ready down there, and they clear the blockage. And right now the goal is hospital door to the artery being cleared in 90 minutes. We have seen situations last year where the artery was being cleared in 50 minutes from the time we were dispatched. So The new measurement, our measurement that we like to look at now, in addition to all these other accepted measurements, is from the time that the pager goes off and we know about a chest pain call till they're actually clearing that artery. We think that's the gold standard, and that's what we're working towards. So that's the process. The award last year was our first year, and we didn't have enough cases in our database to receive silver. We were 2 or 3 cases short of receiving silver. So this year, we had enough cases, and we received silver. Gold is not an option until you receive silver. So we had enough cases this year for gold, but you can't get gold until you get silver. So we are striving for gold next year, but this is very much a continuous quality improvement process. And our goal is to go from bronze to silver this year and gold next year. So that's it in a nutshell. Any questions? All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, just real briefly, I'd like to thank the American Heart Association for this, putting this type of award program out there. Also, Mayor Bracy for being here, and we also have Councilman Henry Nixon with us today as we celebrate this award. As Ted had mentioned, it is a chain of survival, and everything does need to work in those links to be successful and to get to these types of awards. So on what we're doing, this chain is very important for our citizens and for our visitors that are here in the city of York. And we're just proud to receive this today, and thank you.
Just make some final closing remarks. For the American Heart Association to be able to determine what those guidelines are and how they can improve that quality of life afterwards is only possible through the generosity of individuals making donations. So when you see those businesses out there who do support the organization, thank them, because this is what they are supporting and what they are funding. Is again to get that research so that they can provide the best service possible and be top-notch and #1 in the state of Pennsylvania and in the country. Thank you.